Good morning to all those who are there in online. So, guys, today already the management has informed that regarding the track 2. So, myself and Mr. Srinivas will go with track 2. So, track 2, our first lesson is thermal properties of matter. This is our lesson, thermal properties of matter. So, what was there in thermal properties subtopic means thermometry. Thermometry. Second one is calorimetry. Third one is thermal expansion. And fourth one is heat transfer. So these are the subtopics which was there in the lesson called thermal properties of matter. One of the thickest lesson in 11th standard. Okay, thermal properties of matter is one of the thickest lesson in thermal properties of matter. In 11th standard, thermometry, calorimetry, thermal expansion, heat transfer. These are the subtopics. Today we will focus on thermometry. Okay, so keep obeying thermal properties of matter on that subtopic, that is thermometry. So before going to that thermometry, we need to know about what is mean by heat and what is mean by temperature. Okay, what is mean by heat and what is mean by temperature means heat, temperature. So what is mean by heat? First let us go with this. So heat is a form of energy. How do we know that heat is a form of energy means so generally we are cooking the food and eating, thereby we are gaining the energy. And in olden days steam engines are there. So by burning the whole steam is generated. By using that steam, the trains can be, which is the trains are running based on the steam. So there is also we are using the heat energy. Nowadays, thermal power stations are all there. There, the steam is generated by burning of the coal. Those steam is used to rotate the steam turbines. When the turbines are rotated, electrical energy is produced. So what it mean by heat means heat is a form of energy. Energy can so exist so many forms in the nature. Light is a form of energy. Sound is a form of energy. So like that, heat is also among one of the form of energy. Heat is always a form of energy, which is always transferred from a body at lower temperature to a body at higher temperature. For example, this is the body A, and this
Sir,
is the body B. Yeah. Ask what?
sir, should we keep a different book, sir, for this?
What? I didn't get.
Sir, should we keep a different book, sir, for your lessons?
First, let me finish the concept.
Okay, sir.
Okay, then you can ask about different books. Okay, first let me finish the concept. So temperature of A is equal to some 40 degrees centigrade. Temperature of B is equal to some 80 degrees centigrade. So this is a body A which is at a temperature 40 degrees centigrade, and this is the body B which is at a temperature 80 degrees centigrade. So usually heat will transfer from A to B, that is the natural direction of the heat. It is always flow from a body at higher temperature to a body at lower temperature. So that is the nature of the heat. So is it possible to transfer the heat from the body B to body A means definitely by itself, heat cannot transmit from body at lower temperature to a body at higher temperature. So by using some external agency, we can do that. Okay, so if some external agency has done some work, then only the heat will be transferred from a body at lower temperature to a body at higher temperature. For this example is a refrigerator. Refrigerator is one of the example for this. Next one is air conditioners. Air conditioner is also one of the example for this. Usually heat will transfer from low body at sorry, 1 second. We have reversed the arrows. So usually heat will transfer from a body at lower temperature to a body at higher temperature. That is the B to A is the natural direction of the flow of heat. So is it possible to transfer the heat from a body at lower temperature to higher temperature means by itself heat cannot transmit from a body at lower temperature to a body at higher temperature. So by if it is by any external agency has done some work to transfer the heat means it is possible. Example of that is refrigerator. Refrigerator is an example, so that the heat will be transferred from a colder body to hotter body. But naturally, heat will transfer from hotter body to cooler body. So that is about the heat. What is an SI unit of heat means? So as we, yeah,
Okay.
ask what, please. So as we discussed that heat is a form of energy means SI unit of energy is joule J, and the heat can also be measured in calorie. So 1 calorie is equals to 4.2 joules. So this is about the heat simply. One of the quantity, physical quantity, heat. Heat is a form of energy. Just it is energy. Heat is. So energy can exist in the nature so many forms. So matter can be converted into energy by using Einstein relation E equal to mc square. Light is a form of energy. Sound is a form of energy. Energy in is existed in different forms in the nature. Heat is among one of the form. So then heat is a form of energy which is always transferred from a body at higher temperature to a body at lower temperature. So that is the natural flow of the heat. By itself, heat cannot be transmitted from a body at lower temperature to a body at higher temperature. But if any external agency has done some work to
Sir, video is not available, sir.
So your video is stuck.
Video is struck.
Video is stuck, sir.
ಸರ್
Sorry.
ಆಗಿದೆ.
So guys,
Video-
are you able to see?
Video is blurred,
Sir,
sir.
board is not clear.
Video is
Not clear, sir.
no.
Video is available, sir, but it is
No,
not clear.
sir.
Now it is okay, Nama.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir. No, sir.
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir. ಇವಾಗ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ.
ಹೌದಮ್ಮ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಲೆಟರ್ಸ್ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right, shall we
Yes, sir.
continue?
Now it's clear.
Okay.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that is about the heat. First, keep subsiding heat. Okay, na? There we can write
ಆಯ್ತು.
okay.
Now it's clear, sir.
Okay, guys, is it clear?
Yes, sir. Now it's clear.
Sir.
Fine. Okay. So first, keep subsiding heat. There we can write heat. It is a form of energy. It is a form of energy. It is a form of energy. It is a form of energy which always transmit from, which always transmit from, which always transmit from, which always transmit from a body at, which always transmit from a body at higher temperature to a body at lower temperature. A body at higher temperature to a body at lower temperature. Make one more note also. Note this point. By itself, heat cannot transmit from a body at lower temperature to a body at lower temperature to a body at lower temperature to a body at higher temperature. By itself, heat cannot transmit from a body at lower temperature to a body at higher temperature, but with the help of an external agent or agency, but with the help of an external agency, but with the help of an external agent or external agency, it is possible. It is possible. It is possible. Next, the SI unit of heat. Next line. The SI unit of heat. The SI unit of heat is joule. SI unit of heat is joule. Next one. It can also be measured in calories. 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 1 calorie equals to 1 calorie equals to 1 calorie equals to 4.2 joule. 1 calorie equals to 4.2 joule. 1 calorie equals to 4.2 joule. So this is regarding the heat. So next, temperature. Okay. So what it mean by temperature? Temperature means in the first chapter called
Degree of
units and
hotness or
measurements.
coldness is known as temperature.
Which one?
The degree of hotness or coldness is known as the
Yeah,
temperature.
yes. Degree of hotness or coldness, and it can also tells the ability to transfer the heat. If the body is at higher temperature, means it will have more ability to transfer the heat. If the body is at lower temperature, means it will have abilities less to transfer the heat. Temperature enables us to identify the ability to transfer the heat. So how much the ability means, if there is a more temperature, more will be the ability. If the temperature is less, then heat transferring ability will be less. So let us see this one. Temperature means it is one of the physical quantity. Okay, see, it is one of the physical quantity which we have seen in the chapter called units and measurements. So there is 7 base quantities and 2 supplementary quantities are there. In those 7 base quantities, thermodynamic temperature is among one of them. Thermodynamic temperature is among one of them, like length, mass, time, electric current. Thermodynamic temperature is also among one of them. Temperature is the property of matter. So every object in the nature will have different temperature depending upon the nature. Our human body is at a temperature that is, you know that one. Similarly, different objects. So different object will be at different temperature. What it mean by temperature means it is the degree of the degree of hotness or coldness. Okay, hotness or coldness of a body. Okay, so temperature is always measured with comparison. Temperature is always measured with comparison. For example, there are 3 vessels are there: vessel X, and this is vessel Y, and this is vessel Z. So here this water was at 40 degrees centigrade in the vessel X, and here the vessel Y is 50 degrees centigrade, and in the vessel Z the water is at 80 degrees centigrade. Okay, so look at here, the body Y is said to be hotter body with respect to the body X. The body Y is said to be colder body with respect to the body Z. So here the temperature, by comparing the temperature of the X, the temperature of the Y is more, means the body Y is said to be hot when compared to the body X, because whose temperature is more. So when compared to the body Z, the temperature of the body Y is less, means it is said to be colder body. So temperature is always measured by comparison. So what type of physical quantity is the temperature, means is it a scalar or vector or a tensor? Guys, anyone respond? We have three categories of the quantities are there: vector quantities,
Scalar.
quantities, and tensor quantities is also there. Tensor, it is a bit confusion regarding the, it might be a vector or scalar. Those quantities are dropped into a tensor. So temperature is a scalar quantity. Temperature is a scalar quantity. So then let us see this one, temperature. So make a note of this. Temperature, it is the degree of hotness or coldness of a body. It is the degree of hotness or coldness of a body. Hotness or coldness of a body is the degree of hotness or coldness of a body. Next point, temperature is, yeah.
Sir, what is the mechanism or the reason for transfer of heat from higher temperature to lower temperature?
Which one?
So what is the reason or mechanism for transfer of heat from higher temperature to lower temperature?
That is the property of the heat. Heat will always flow from higher temperature to lower temperature. Is the property how the charge is electric charge is flown from high potential to lower potential. Similarly, wind is blowing, no?
Yes, sir.
Wind, how the wind will blow? Wind will always blow from high pressure region to low pressure region because of the pressure difference in the atmosphere among the places causes the flow of wind. In similar manner, the natural flow of the heat direction is it is always from higher temperature body to lower temperature body. As already we discussed that the temperature enables us to identify the heat transfer ability. So if the body is at higher temperature means that body will have a greater ability to transfer the heat. That's why heat will transfer from higher temperature to lower temperature. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Fine. So right, continue with that. It is the degree of hotness or coldness of a body written. Next, temperature is a scalar quantity. 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 Next point. If more is the temperature, 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 then heat transfer ability of the body is also more. Then the heat transfer ability, the heat transfer ability is also more.
So can you repeat this point?
Yeah. If more is the temperature, if more is the temperature, then the heat transfer ability is also more. Then the heat transfer ability is also more. Then the heat transfer ability is also more. What is an SI unit of temperature means? Yeah, already have
Kelvin.
first chapter. SI unit will
Kelvin.
be
Kelvin.
Kelvin. Okay. SI unit of temperature will be Kelvin is the SI unit of temperature, not Celsius. Celsius is other unit and Kelvin is the SI unit of temperature. So now we are entering into our lesson. These are just the what is the heat, what is the temperature regarding that. Okay. So right next keep submitting the thermometry. Okay. In the thermal properties of matter, it is one of the subtopic. What it mean by a thermometry? Okay. Thermometry. It is one of the branch of the physics. Physics is a collection of several branches. Mechanics, different branches are there. So thermometry is one of the branch which is deals with the measurement of temperature. Okay, note it down. It is a branch of the physics. It is a branch of the physics. It is the branch of the physics which deals with the measurement of temperature. Which deals with the measurement of temperature. Which is deals with the measurement of temperature. Okay. So therefore, let us see this one thermometer. So scales of temperature. So let us see this one how the scale has to be designed. You can also design your own scale. Okay, let us see how the scale will be designed first. This is a glass thermometer which is filled with some mercury. Let us say filled with mercury. So first, by keeping the thermometer in melting ice, by keeping the thermometer in melting ice, the level of the mercury was somewhere else at this point. The level of the mercury is marked. This is known as LFP. LFP means lower, okay, fixed point. This is known as lower fixed point. LFP VMR. Next, by replacing this with boiling water. Okay, so if the same thermometer was placed in boiling water, okay, definitely the level of the mercury will not be at the same point. It will be raises to some other point. So at the point when the water is boiling, at that instant, this is the level of the mercury which we have marked. This is known as UFP. This is called upper fixed point. Upper fixed point. So these are the two marks we need to make when we are manufacture the thermometer. So here the lower fixing point means the temperature at which the ice will melt. So that is known as lower fixing point. The melting point of ice can be taken as lower fixed point, and the boiling point of water will be taken as upper fixed point. So then successfully the lower fixed point and upper fixed point both are marked. So then the gap between the lower fixed point and upper fixed point, that is known as for example, this is UFP and this is LFP. The gap that is between LFP and UFP, that is called as fundamental. Okay, that is called fundamental interval. Okay, so this fundamental interval will be divided equally. Divided equally means, for example, this is 0, this is 1, this is 2 means what was the gap between 0 to 1? The same gap must be there between the first digit and second digit. And similarly, for example, this is the 99 and this is 100 means the gap between 0 and 1 must be equal to the gap between last and last but one digits. So like that we have to divide in equal intervals. Then the thermometer. This is the procedure to make the thermometer. Okay. So scales of temperature means how can we make the scale? Mean the scale of thermometer consists of three things. First one is marking LFP. First one is marking lower fixed point LFP. Second one is marking upper fixed point UFP. Third one is division of the fundamental interval. So if these three steps are done clearly, then only the thermometer will be somewhat accurate. So if you people are while making these three tasks, if there is a negligence means that thermometer will not be accurate. There is some error we are going to get by measuring the temperature with that thermometer. So marking a lower fixing point, marking upper fixing point, say UFP, and the division of this fundamental interval. So here lower fixing point means the melting point of ice. The melting point of ice can be taken as lower fixing point, and the boiling point of water will be taken as upper fixed point. The gap that is between lower fixing point and upper fixing point is known as fundamental interval. That has to be divided in uniform divisions. Uniform divisions in the sense between first and second digit, how much gap that is there, the same gap that must be exist between last and last but one digits. So these the divisions must be uniform. So not so close, not so sparse. So there must be a uniform. then only we are going to get the somewhat accurate measurement of the temperature. So if these three tasks are not done properly, means always by using that thermometer, an error will occur. Okay, an error will occur. So let us see what are the different scales of temperature. Means there are four scales of temperature is there. One is the Celsius scale, second one is a Fahrenheit scale, third one is a Kelvin scale, and fourth one is a Reaumur scale. And Rankine scale and different scales is also there. And you can also make your own scales, say scale X, scale Y, scale Z, or scale anything you can. So we can also make our own thermometers. There are like this marking LFP, UFP, and division of fundamental intervals. So there are four scales are there. One is a Celsius scale of temperature. Second one is a Fahrenheit scale of temperature. Third one is a Kelvin scale of temperature, and this one is the Reaumur scale of temperature. Let us see the different. What are the LFP and UFP values on different scales? Okay, so this is Celsius scale, and here it is Fahrenheit scale, and this is Kelvin scale. Okay, and this is Reaumur scale. Let us say R, Kelvin scale K, Fahrenheit scale F, and Celsius scale C. So here this is LFP and this is UFP. So in Celsius scale, LFP will be taken as 0 degrees centigrade. So at 0 degrees centigrade, according to Celsius scale, the ice will melt, or melting point of ice is 0 degrees centigrade, and UFP is nothing but 100 degrees centigrade. According to Celsius scale, at 100 degrees centigrade, the water will boil. So according to Fahrenheit, the same where it will be happen means it is about 32 degree Fahrenheit, and here 212 degree Fahrenheit. According to Fahrenheit scale, at 32 degrees the ice will start melting, and at 212 degrees the water will start boiling. So the boiling point of water in Fahrenheit scale is 212 degree Fahrenheit, and the melting point of ice is 32 degree Fahrenheit. Next, Kelvin scale. According to Kelvin scale, this is 273 Kelvin, and here it is 373 Kelvin. And according to Reaumur scale, this is 0 degree Reaumur, and here it is 80 degree. So these are the LFPs and UFPs on different scales of temperature. So usually we are going to discuss about 4 scales of temperature. This is Celsius scale of temperature, Fahrenheit scale of temperature, Kelvin scale of temperature, Reaumur scale of temperature. According to Celsius scale, lower fixing point means melting point of ice, upper fixing point means boiling point of water. According to Celsius scale, the ice will start melting at 0 degrees centigrade and water will start boiling at 100 degrees centigrade. So the same will be happened in Fahrenheit scale at 32 degree Fahrenheit and 212 degree Fahrenheit. The same will be happened according to Kelvin scale at 273 degree Kelvin and 373 degree Kelvin. According to Reaumur scale, the same will be happened at 0 degree Reaumur and 80 degree Reaumur. So here, how many divisions are there means from here 100 divisions are there. Okay, here 100 divisions are there. Here so here 180 divisions are there. So here also 100 divisions are there. Okay. So here 80 divisions are there. So look at here, the rise of 100 degrees temp 100 degrees in Celsius scale is equivalent to 180 degrees rise in Fahrenheit scale. Remember this point. So here the temperature is raised about 100 degrees means what must be the equal rise in temperature on Fahrenheit scale means 180 degrees. What must be the equal rise of temperature in Kelvin scale means that is 100 degrees. What must be the rise of temperature in Reaumur scale means 80 degrees. So coming to this one, look at here 100 degrees rise in Celsius scale is equals to 180 degrees rise in Fahrenheit scale. Then what about 1 degree rise in Celsius scale means that is equal to 1.8 degree rise in Fahrenheit scale. So here in Celsius scale, if the temperature is increased by 1 degree means what will be the equal increment of temperature in Fahrenheit scale means that must be equivalent to 1.8 degrees. So this is also one of the important point. So 1 degree rise of temperature in Celsius scale is equivalent to 1.8 degree rise of temperature in Fahrenheit scale. So these are the different scales of temperatures. Okay. Please make a note up to here. Is it clear, guys?
Yes, sir. Video is not clear, sir.
Which one?
Sir, video is not clear, sir.
Video.
Yes, sir. Video is not clear.
Call one second. So it is anybody is having that problem?
Sir.
No,
The
sir.
video
No,
is
sir.
clear or not? That is your device problem. Check it once. Okay. So this is about the different scales of temperature. Okay. So this is about lower fixing point and upper fixing point, and this one. Okay. So if you want, you can write a lower fixing point means here this is melting point of ice. Melting point of ice can be taken as lower fixing point, and boiling point of water. Okay, boiling point of water will be equivalent to upper fixing point, so that we can call it. So here how many divisions are there means 100 divisions are there, 0 to here 180 divisions are there. So if the temperature in Celsius scale is increased by 100 degrees means what must be the equivalent rise in temperature? That must be 180 degrees in Fahrenheit scale. Hence here 1 degree is raised means here it must be 1.8 degree, it has to be raised. Okay, so if this is completed, then I will go with one point there we can. Okay. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So fine. Okay, make a note of this one. Or this is
Yes, sir.
make a note
Yes,
of
sir.
this. Make a note of this. Make a note of. So if the temperature on Celsius scale, if the temperature on Celsius scale is raised by 100 degree, if the temperature on Celsius scale is raised by 100 degree, then the equal rise of temperature on Fahrenheit scale is 180 degree Fahrenheit. The equal rise of temperature on Fahrenheit scale is 180 degree Fahrenheit. Okay.
Sir, can you
This
say
is
it
about
once again, sir?
yeah.
Sir, can you say once again, sir, the statement?
If the temperature on Celsius scale was raised by 100 degree, if the temperature on Celsius scale was raised by 100 degree, then the equal rise of temperature on Fahrenheit scale is 180 degree Fahrenheit. The equal rise of temperature on Fahrenheit scale is 180 degree Fahrenheit. 180 degree Fahrenheit. So this is about that. Then how to convert temperature from one scale to another scale. For example, here 32 degrees centigrade is there. 32 degrees centigrade is equivalent to how many Kelvin? And that 32 degrees centigrade is equivalent to how many Fahrenheit? And how we can convert this means. So we'll go with one standard formula. On any scale of temperature, or when we are converting the temperature from one scale to another scale, so reading, okay, reading minus LFP divided by UFP minus LFP is equal to constant. LFP equal to constant. While we are transferring the temperature from one scale to another scale, like earlier what we have discussed, that how to convert the 32 degrees centigrade in Fahrenheit scale. 32 degrees centigrade is equal to how many degree of Fahrenheit, or 32 degrees centigrade equal to how many degrees of Kelvin. So while we are transferring the temperature from one scale to another scale, reading of the temperature on that particular scale minus lower fixing point upon upper fixing point minus lower fixing point equal to constant. So for example, let C comma F comma K and R represent okay, same temperature in Celsius scale, Fahrenheit scale, and Kelvin scale, and Reaumur scale. Then how to convert means coming to this point. What is the reading on Celsius scale? C is the reading on Celsius scale. C minus lower fixing point on Celsius LFP. I can write divided by UFP minus LFP is equals to, what is the reading on Fahrenheit scale means, let it be F. F minus LFP divided by UFP minus LFP is equals to, let K is the reading on Kelvin scale means K minus LFP divided by UFP minus LFP is equals to, R is the reading on Reaumur scale means R minus LFP divided by UFP minus LFP. So here C, what is the lower fixing point on Celsius scale means 0 divided by upper fixing point on Celsius scale means 100 minus lower fixing point means 0. That's equals to F reading on Fahrenheit scale. What is the lower fixing point on Fahrenheit scale means 32 degree Fahrenheit divided by upper fixing point means 212 minus 32 is equals to Kelvin. So K is the reading. What is the lower fixing point on Kelvin scale? 273 upon 373 minus 273. That's equals to R. Lower fixing point on Reaumur scale is 0. Okay, upper fixing point means 80 minus. So this is an equation. We can write it here. C by 100 is equals to F minus 32 divided by 180 is equals to. So here K minus 273 divided by 100, that is equals to R by 8. So this is the relation which we can use to transfer the temperature from one scale to another scale. For example, if I am transferring the temperature from Kelvin to Celsius to Fahrenheit scale means I can equate these two. If I transfer the temperature from Celsius scale to Kelvin scale means I can equate these two quantities. Or else if I would like to transfer the temperature from Fahrenheit to Reaumur, then I can equate these. So in this equation, any two quantities can be equated and to get the value from one scale to another scale. So this is about different scales of temperature. So let us close the session with one numerical. So write it till here. Okay. Let C, comma F and comma K and R represent the same temperature on different scales. Okay, different scales means C stands for Celsius scale, F stands for Fahrenheit scale, and K stands for Kelvin scale, and R stands for Reamer scale. So here C is the particular value in centigrade scale. The same value would be equivalent to F in Fahrenheit scale. That same temperature was equivalent to K in Kelvin scale. The same temperature was equivalent to R in Reamer scale. So then how to transfer, how to establish the relation means while we are transferring the one scale to another scale, this formula, okay, reading minus LFP upon UFP minus LFP equal constant. On Celsius scale, this is equal to that one. On Fahrenheit scale, this formula can be written like this. On Kelvin scale, this formula can be written like this and equated to that. So therefore, thereby calculating, we got this relation. Is it clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So please note it down. Then we will go with just one simple numerical based on this. Then we can close the session. Okay, almost time is also over. So,
Sir, ಇದಕ್ಕೆ
yeah.
separate book ಬೇಕಾ sir?
Track 2 separate book ಎಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಮ್ಮ.
Yes, sir.
Track 2 heat cover ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Okay. So track 2 and time is also less, no? So within 2 months of time, the syllabus has to be completed. Usually, board will keep the board exam on the month of February. Might be this year, it may be postponed to 1 more month. Okay, so that's why we'll finish the syllabus as early as possible. We'll keep the separate book for track 2. Is it clear, ma?
Yes, sir.
Fine. Okay. So let us go with one numerical. Please note it down.
Written, sir.
Yeah.
So why water is used to calculate LFP and UFP, sir?
Why?
Water is used to calculate LFP and UFP. So why it is used as reference?
I didn't get it clearly.
So why water is used as reference to calculate LFP and UFP, sir?
That is the standard points. No, melting point of ice is standard. Boiling point of water is also standard. Or else you can make it to melting point and boiling points or whatever it may be. Anyone they can make their own scale of temperature by marking LFP and UFP. For reference, melting point of ice is taken as a lower fixing point. Boiling point of water is taken as upper fixing point. Instead of water, you can take other liquids also while we are making our own scale of temperature. So the reference point of view, water and ice is taken. It doesn't mean that only water has to be taken and the boiling point of water has to be taken and melting point of ice has to be taken. There is no rule, not at all. So we can make our own scale of temperature by marking lower fixing point and upper fixing point at different levels of temperature. That is our wish. Clear?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
So please make a note of this problem and we can leave. The temperature of the patient is 40 degrees centigrade. The temperature of the patient is 40 degrees centigrade. So what is his temperature on Fahrenheit scale? What is his temperature on Fahrenheit scale? The temperature of the 40 degrees Celsius. 40 degrees Celsius. 40 degrees Celsius. The temperature of the patient was 40 degrees Celsius. What is his temperature on Fahrenheit scale? So please go through the problem once. So what is the problem? That is the temperature has given in Celsius scale. We need to transfer the temperature on Fahrenheit scale. So from which scale to which scale we are transferring means already this is C by 100 is equals to F minus 32 divided by 180. That's equals to K minus 273 divided by 100. That's equals to R by 80. This is the equation which is used to solve this numerical. So from which scale to which scale we are transferring means Celsius scale to Fahrenheit scale. No? Then I will take these two quantities. So therefore, C by 100 that's equals to F minus 32 divided by 180. Here the transfer C is equal to, they have given that 40 degrees Celsius and the value of F is equal to how much? This is the question. So here the value in Celsius scale was given. What is its value on Fahrenheit scale means this they have given. This we would like to find. Substitute the value 40 by 100 that's equals to F minus 32 divided by 180. So this gets cancelled 0 0 and here one more 0 4 gets cancelled. F minus 32 that's equals to 4 into 18. So therefore F is equals to 4 into 18 plus 32. This minus become plus as already you know that. What is its value you can calculate?
104 degree Fahrenheit, sir.
104 degree
Fahrenheit.
F is equals to 104 degree Fahrenheit. So like this we can convert one scale to another scale. We can convert the same temperature from Celsius scale to Kelvin scale or Kelvin scale, Celsius scale to Reaumur, or we got this 104 degree Fahrenheit. No? Here we can convert Fahrenheit scale to Kelvin and Fahrenheit scale to Reaumur by remembering this value. Okay, so this is one of the important relation, which is only the relation is used to transfer the temperature from one scale to another scale. Okay, so guys, so this is about today. So today we have gone with thermometry in scales of temperature. Tomorrow we will go with different types of thermometers. There will be different types of thermometers are there. Liquid thermometers, gas thermometers. Okay, so let us see and we can close the topic thermometry in tomorrow's class. So is it clear, guys?
Yeah.
Anything else?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so then see you on tomorrow's class. If you have anything, you can ask.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank you,
Bye,
sir.
sir.
No doubt, sir. Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Thank you, bye. See you on tomorrow. Okay.
Bye, sir.
Bye, Amma.